and welcome back to the Crypto Hulk program. We've got a great one, really good one lined up today. I'm telling you what, the institutions, they're here, and they're getting all set up, everybody. After today's show, you're going to be like, oh my God, this thing is happening this year. Yeah. There's no doubt. This shit ain't happening next year or the year after. There's no way. Like, the amount of adoption we're seeing right now, I mean, it could take 3 to 6 months before these people are fully done. What I'm going to show you here today is truly, I've never seen progress like this. The past 3 months, I mean, yeah, January, February, March, I mean, crypto went from being speculated against to now it's adopted. They're adopting it, everybody. I've been showing you the biggest companies in the world. The DTCC, New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, all these banks, Broadridge, on and on and on and on and on and on for the past 3 months. You are in a position right now where you got to make very important choices. I've talked to some people in the $500 club. One person, I'm going to have to talk to him again. They've got like stock bonds, some money, gold, silver, crypto, this, that. One of their things was out of whack. And it could be I'm not going to get into my strategies or what their strategies was. I'm going to be very generic here. I need to talk to this person again because the way that they're set up is not cool. You are about to enter one of the biggest money-making opportunities of your life. And this one particular person, if you look at it on paper, looks pretty good generally. But there's one area that is really, really lacking. And we're going to go over it again today. I'm going to try to contact this person today and say, look, I want to have another talk with you about this because I'm concerned. I know it, you know what you're doing. They run a business, all stuff. These people, but it's like they're going to miss out so much. And they're sharp people, very aware. But in this one key area, I need to talk to this person again and say, I'm concerned. I didn't really want to say it yesterday, but that is my belief with these people. Oh, Hoops Haven. Let me get in here real quick. Let me see. Jeffrey Gaylord. Get Jeffrey Gaylord's already a $500 member. I don't understand how this guy is doing this. I'm very appreciative. That's pretty amazing. How these people can do that. But yeah, this other member called me up yesterday. Kenji Kotaro, try to get a hold of me somehow. Yeah, I'm trying to get a hold of you. Okay, I wrote down the Hoops Haven one. Okay, what we got going today is I'm going to show you, it is now time, information. The reason these people are joining this $500 group, it's all about information. And like I was telling you, the person that I was talking to thinks that what they're trying to do is cover all their bases too much. You can't do that. You cannot protect yourself against everything. That's not the way. It's like you spread yourself too thin. So I'm going to have to have a talk with this particular person. I talked to him a while back. And we need to have another talk because even you're a $500 member, I'm just going to tell you what I feel. And I'm going to show you why I feel that way with evidence or with real world examples, because even though you're very well rounded investment wise, you're missing out on something massive. And I will talk to you about that today. My name is Cryptoholic. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about financial advice. What I do know is that me and Chucky and Zoltar sitting here snort so much cocaine and heroin, they call it on the street, as they call it on the street, we snort so much blow. We smoke opium. That's always a fun one. We do it all the time. We are so high for the past 6 years, I can't even think straight, all right? So anything you heard on this program about anything is just totally drug related. Drugs have influenced every single decision I've ever made, every word I've said on this channel. Let's go. Okay, here's one example right here. Okay, now we're going back to work. Now we're back at work. There's a copy paste for you. What I want you to see right here is Air Wallix. Wait a second. Go Getty. Hulk birthday show. Morning keeps getting better. Morning is not the same without the knowledge and the information of Master Hulk. Hulk, if you could give me a call when you're free today, shoot me a text on your phone. Get on your phone, shoot me a text, and then when I'm done with the show, it shows up. Like, yeah, when I pop up my phone, I should see your text. That tells me I got to text you back. So I can't right now remember. Just you text me. I'll probably be ready for phone calls starting 11:30 p.m. or a.m. today. Right now it's 7 a.m. So I'll be actually around 11 a.m. Pacific time, because I'm going to go work out, do a cold plunge, and then I'll knock some calls out for an hour and a half-ish, go eat lunch, go back for another hour to 2 and make phone calls. If I'm able to tonight, I'll do a live stream because the calls are starting to slow down. So we'll see how it works. But yeah, I definitely will be allowed to make calls today. Oh, geez. 1970 legend, Zoltar Blow Fun. Hey, wait, don't start telling everybody about that. We got to keep that one a big secret. Whoa. Okay, now 1970 legend's been on the show, I'm thinking, since maybe when I was into the show about 6 months-ish, 7 months-ish. So we're talking 2020. I don't know. I'm thinking around September, October of 2020 or November-ish or somewhere real close to there. Maybe January of 21. I can't remember. That's a long old time. Good heavens. But yes. Hey, all different kinds of people join the $500 club. Some of these people are not rich by any means. They're like poor. One guy figures he's got $5,000 total. He wants to spend $500. Crypto Hulk, help me spend this. That's a very wise decision. You're paying for information for what I've been doing for 6 years here and in my past jobs that help prepare me to do what I'm doing right here. So very smart move for some of you people. Let me write this in and we'll get today's show going. Now, when you're a $500 member, just shoot me a text. I'll let you know when I'm available, and we'll discuss things. If we need follow-up conversations, we have those. You're paying for information. A lot of you think if you invest today, you'll be rich tomorrow. Like this is not the channel. Yesterday we had some fun with price predictions that Grok made, not myself. And it was just that. It was just for entertainment purposes only. Now let's figure out what is going on here. I want you to see this right here, Air Wallix. Now, as I told you years ago, and we're starting to see all this come into play right now, everybody. We're literally watching. Imagine a puzzle in the middle of a table. It's all in pieces, the jigsaw puzzle. Now imagine you got 20 people around this table, or 15, and they're all trying to figure out this puzzle at the same time. That is what's going on right now. Look at this Airwallex. This is an example right here. Airwallex fuels EMEA growth with $1.1 billion investment. Global payments and financial platform Airwallex is investing $1.35 billion. Do you see this? Do you know who Airwallex is? It's a Ripple partner. I believe they're out of Australia, United Kingdom. I'm almost positive. Okay, yeah. Airwallex was founded in Australia in 2015. I was reading this article yesterday, and I was like, Airwallex, that's a Ripple partner. Let me show you this right here, and then I want to show you why I'm showing you this. Okay, here we go. What I told you before, if it's a Ripple partner, it's going to take off first, all right? This is what we're seeing here. Another example. Look right here. I told you guys already. Countries, remember, I have that. I'm the only channel with the Ripple customer list. 2013, 2014, Ripple partner list, Ripple customer list. I have it. Nobody else does. What I'm showing you with that is these countries that were early Ripple partners, they're going to take off first, okay? Ripple customers that were there, for Pfizer and all these companies that were Ripple partner first in the very beginning, they're taking off. Here's Airwallex coming out of nowhere. They're throwing around $1 billion like it's nothing, okay? What we're seeing is certain companies are going bankrupt around the world due to different things. And other companies like Airwallex, Ripple partners are taking off. You're seeing biotech companies buying the Canton coin and making a treasury. You got like literally a drug company and then a biotech company for the Canton network. One of them comes in and spends $580 million buying Canton coin and being a validator. What you're going to see, everybody, are companies leaving what they used to do to follow crypto. And more specifically, companies that work with Ripple in the very beginning, they're taking off. And guess what? All the other companies like, hey, how are they doing that? How's that company? We're over here losing money and they're over here gaining money. Just like with the $500 members, I'm going to show you how to, if crypto dumps, I'm going to show you how to make a good amount of money. And whether it pumps, I'm going to show you how to make millions and billions. That's how the show's set up. Ripple's set up the same way. As the world starts going into financial ruins, Ripple, what is Ripple worth now? Like $20 billion or something? I remember when Ripple was like worth $1 billion, $1 billion. And now it's worth like what? 10, 20, 30, 40 billion? Are you seeing this? This is what we've been following on my channel. This Airwallex, they're spending $1 billion to expand in the United Kingdom, Europe, and the Middle East. They're like when a lot of companies are going bankrupt, this is a Ripple company. All these other companies are going to be like, what is the secret to Airwallex? It's Ripple. It's crypto. That's why there was one company, they used to make electric cars. I told you guys about that. Some of you guys invested in that company. They make electric cars and shit, and they quit. And now they're making, they have a Ripple. They're one of the biggest XRP treasuries. One of you guys know who it is because you invested in it. There was this electric company. They used to have battery-operated machines and construction stuff, and now they switched over. And now it's a stock, but it's a crypto. We should remember the name of that thing. Fuck. You guys should know. You invest in it. Vivo Power, yes. Game Boy Reaper, Vivo Power. This is what I'm saying. You get here's a third company. What I'm saying, these companies now, everything is starting to go crypto. Okay, this is getting out of control how fast this crypto's growing. Vivo Power was like some kind of construction company that used solar or battery powered vehicles, and now they just scrapped it all, and now they have one of the biggest Ripple treasuries, and they're going to try to make money on crypto. Maybe it's a side hustle, a side gig, but that's what Vivo Power is doing. One of Ripple's biggest. That's what these companies are doing. That. Let me get out of this Air Wallets. I'm just trying to show you what's happening in the business world right now. It's just nonstop. Gosh, where am I going to start here? Let's start. You got SoFi, Franklin. Let's start with Franklin Templeton. Let's go right to the head of the snake. Here's today's show. Let me do a copy paste. Everybody, it's coming in big time. Remember I told you, the adults will be at the table eating, and all of us little brokies are sitting on the floor like little mice, and we're waiting for food scraps to fall. That's how this goes. I've been using that example forever. These rich people, the biggest organizations in the world, they will get hooked up first. You will have crypto worked into the financial system. Crypto will be worked into the governments of the world, the business. Then at the very end, that's when we get rich. Okay, so you are literally watching all this go down. For the people that are frustrated, hey, the brand new people are happy. I got brand new people on this channel trying to accumulate right now. If what I'm telling the brand new $500 people is I'll talk to them and show them a fast track way. I'm like, look, if you're just getting into crypto at this point, here's what you need to do. I'm going to show you how to make millions. Okay. Whatever you're doing with this and that and the other, stop. Talk to me. And I'm going to show you exactly starting right now, because I'm telling you, in 3 to 6 months, at the rate we're going, let me continue with these stories because there's too much news. I need 2 hours for this show today. Franklin Templeton. I'm going to teach what I can teach now, and if I have leftover, I'm going to try to do it tonight. Okay. There's so much very, very important news for you to see. Franklin Templeton, Stellar partner. They're working exclusively with Stellar. Franklin Templeton launches crypto division. Are you hearing me? With a company called 250 Digital Acquisition. The asset manager, Franklin Templeton, is creating a new. Everybody, I'm telling you what, it's happening right now, man. Now is the time to just know that you're on your way. They're creating a new Franklin crypto. It's a unit to expand beyond ETFs. You know how they always crypto I never gave a fuck about all that crypto ETFs and all that. Man, I don't give a shit about that. I never followed none of that. Not that it's bad. It's just I'm not trying to hear that dumb shit. Okay. Now they have. What is Franklin Templeton doing? Listen, they're going to target institutional demand. Oh my God, everybody, it's coming in hot and fast for active digital asset strategies. Well, Crypto Hulk's got his own strategies. I'm talking to these people every day on the phone about them. What to know? Franklin Templeton is launching a dedicated, cryptocurrency division. I'm really shocked I'm hearing this. Everybody's falling into place. It's falling into place. Exactly how it goes. I know it's not according to your time or my time. It's not going according to my time. But it is coming in. And we're seeing it right here. What's the most important thing? Institutions. I don't give a fuck if me and you are putting in our little $20 here, $500. That shit don't mean nothing. We're talking about institution. We're talking about trillions coming into crypto. Franklin Templeton is getting the not brokey crowd hooked up. All right. The new unit will consolidate. There's a company called 250 Digital. We're going to get into them. There's a little secret behind this one, everybody. I'm going to try to get into the deep dive on that. Formerly managed by Coin Fund. That Coin Fund is what I did a little deep dive on. There's something kind of interesting about that. I think it's some kind of 3-letter government agency. Under leadership from ex-Coin Fund executives and Franklin Templeton's digital asset team to offer more active, institutional-focused crypto investments. That means they want to buy specific cryptos. They don't want to get into this ETF dumb shit, okay? Nobody fucking wants that stuff. Okay, the brokies want that dumb shit. What do the institutions want? They want to be able to come in and buy certain cryptos, not this fucking fun shit, okay? Part of the acquisition will be paid by using the Benji token tied to Franklin Templeton's on-chain U.S. government money fund. See, they all start, look, here's how it works. In order to get this big money, you got to have traditional investments, all the boring shit. Okay, all the boring shit the banks want and the institutions at first, they're all afraid. All these banks and all these institutions were all kinds of afraid of it first. See, you and me, we're a different breed. I show you facts and figures, and you're like, I'm going in, Hulk. I'm going to get it. Okay, that's how we do shit on this program. I'm going to show you all these facts, and then bam, let's go get it, okay? Now, everybody else watching these brokey fucking channels, they sprinkle a little bit of news here and they sprinkle it there. They don't deep dive a fucking thing. I don't care if we go over one article today. I'm not in a competition. I'm not in a pissing contest to see how many articles I can bust out in an hour. I could have 20 or 30. That doesn't fucking matter. What I'm showing you are fundamentals. What are the institutions doing? Franklin Templeton is opening up the shopping store, and they're going to come in and load up on individual crypto shit, not this ETF dumb shit, okay? All that ETF dumb shit you're buying, they're not buying that, okay? They're buying specific cryptos like we do on this program. We do a deep dive. We find cryptos where we're early, and we buy the fuck out of them. That's how we do this thing. We utilize our lawyer, the Crypto Hulk lawyer, to protect us in that respect against lawsuits and shit. And then we got the Caleb Brown Fire Blocks, the biggest, the best custodial crypto on the planet. That's what we do on this fucking show, okay? It's a very aggressively average program, if you want to call it that. Wall Street asset management giant Franklin Templeton is launching a dedicated cryptocurrency division. Oh, man, as it deepens its push into digital assets, I'm telling you, and it's anchored because they bought a company called 250 Digital. The new unit called Franklin Crypto will bring together the 250 Digital team and its liquid crypto strategies, previously managed by a company called Coin Fund, under one structure aimed at institutional investors. Everybody, this is how we get rich. We don't get rich from these little fucking pumps where we made, hey, in 2025, it was great. Well, some weeks I made $8,000. Some weeks I made 200 or 300. Other weeks it was 700. Hey, that was fun, but that's little money. That's not even a fucking big deal, okay? We're talking about millions right now. These institutions, let's see, Christopher Perkins will lead this new business venture with Franklin Templeton. The move builds on Franklin Templeton's existing digital asset business, which manages $1.8 billion. Signals a shift toward offering more active crypto investment strategies. Alongside, what they're doing, what they started off doing is you'd have your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, whatever dumb shit ETFs that nobody wants. They just have to get that in at first. But really, what is everybody going to want? All the cryptos we talk about in this program, that's what they want, okay? Perkins said the effort is aimed at meeting a demand. These institutions now are demanding this, okay? Crypto's institutional moment has arrived, everybody. This is what Franklin Templeton is saying. They're getting set up to sell crypto, not to you and me, the brokies, okay? Institutions are demanding access to safe crypto with no rug pulls. Everybody, they're getting all set up now, and it's going to be massive. These trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars that are going to come pouring in. Let me check the comment section, and then we'll do the deep dive here. Got to run. See you guys later. All right, 1970 legend. We will see you soon. You're not buying enough. Silver market. Does anybody know why the silver market's not moving? Yeah, it's manipulated. That's why. Like everything's manipulated. Crypto, gold, everything. That's why. And I talked to somebody on the show. Oh, yeah. I was talking to somebody who's a member, $500 member. And one of the things they did, naughty, they're trying to time the market. Okay? That's how you get wrecked. They're trying to time the market. They're thinking, since gold is silver's in short supply, silver's going to go up. We're going to sell our silver, put it into crypto. No. If you were that good at timing the market, you'd be working at JP Morgan making $1 million a year. Okay. Do not time the market. There's other people. Well, I'm going to get this crypto, and then when it goes up, I'm going to sell it off, go back and buy it. No, you're not. I've heard that dumb shit for 6 years. That shit never happens, okay? If it does, it's a fluke, and it's a black swan. Do not time the market, all right? Nexera is up 25% since your list. LOL, says Stevie ZBC. El Señor Mariano. Like Wario. Okay, now let's look at the Franklin Templeton deep dive. How much time do I got? 30 minutes. Show's half over. Okay, this is important. That's why I'm spending a lot of time in this shit. Now, let's deep dive this Franklin Templeton. I'll try to move as quickly as I can through this. I might drop a crypto name or two, but let's look at this a little bit on a forensic side really quick, maybe 5 minutes. Project overview, Franklin Crypto Division. They merged with a company called 250 Digital Acquisition under Franklin Templeton. Now, if I get quiet, because I'm trying to cherry pick this article. Okay, so they got a company called 250 Digital. They grabbed this company, and this company, 250 Digital, came from a company called Coin Fund Management, LLC. Now, this stuff, remember, when I've seen governments involved in shit, a lot in crypto, it's like this. You have a company like Franklin Templeton. They buy a company called 250 Digital, who was a part of this other company, who's a part of the other company, who's a part. See that? That's how I know That's what the government does in this stuff, okay? I'm not saying this is government. What I'm saying, again, let me repeat it for the slowpoke people at the short school bus. When I've seen governments involved in things, it's very indicative to see a company that buys a company from a company who had a company. That's what I've noticed when the government's involved in shit. I've seen this a lot of times. So I'm just letting you know, this is just what I'm seeing with this one right here. And we trace it back. I traced it back, and it comes back to like a group of like 10 people. This little company used to have like 10 people. Like, I'm just like, this is not making sense. That's how I know there was some kind of government involved in that. But I'll leave it at that. I don't really care if I'm right or wrong with that. It's not even important. I noticed patterns. That's why I noticed patterns, and that's what I saw. I saw that pattern that looks distinctively like an early government kind of a exploration. Okay. 250 Digital, they're a typical traditional investment vehicle. Benji is the token they use on Franklin Templeton. Franklin on-chain U.S. government money fund. Consideration will be paid in Benji tokens. The first known use of tokenized mutual fund share for on-chain. That's Benji is the first tokenized mutual fund. Okay, Avalanche is involved with this. Benji is a tokenized real-world asset money market fund and has primarily U.S. government securities and cash and then repos in it. I don't do any of that kind of stuff, so that's outside my area of knowledge. Full disclosure. I'm vaguely familiar with it in relation to payments and crypto. Oh, now this, see here, listen to this. So this company, this new company that Benji started, okay? I want you to hear Christopher Perkins. He heads the Franklin Crypto Post deal. So after the post, this is post deal. Franklin Templeton buys this company who came from another company okay. So Franklin Templeton buys this company. Now, who's in charge of this move? Listen to this guy, Christopher Perkins. He's a former president and managing partner at Coin Fund. So that's who we're talking about, the mystery company. He drove, in 2021, he drove regulatory principles. CESR, Ether staking rate index with Coindex. He is ex-global head of futures. He's a clearing and foreign exchange prime broker at Citibank. He's the ex-head of derivatives in intermediation at Lehman Brothers. Now listen to this. He's an Iraq war veteran. He's a United States, here, that's me, U.S. Marine Corps captain. This guy's a badass. That's not me. This guy's badass. Hail to the chief. If you are a U.S. Marine Corps captain, more power to you. This guy, this one is here. He is a co-founder of Veterans in Digital Assets. Oh, I got to get a hold of this guy. And Veterans on Wall Street. He is a, holy shit, United States Naval Academy. He has a bachelor's of science with distinction. I mean, he's a Georgetown Master of Arts in National Security Study. He testified before Congress and the CFTC on digital assets, and he's an inventor on blockchain-related work. Oh, my God. That's what I'm talking about. He's got some partners working with him. I'm not going to read off their job resumes or history. I'm just looking at the AI involved in this project for all the instances. Oh, Ondo is here, everybody. March 25th, Ondo Finance. That's a crypto you can buy at Kalen Brown. It's about 27 cents. It ain't cheap. But I told you about Ondo when it first came out. There was no other crypto person except this guy telling you about Ondo and how it was hooked up to Axelar and Ripple. Oh, then like 6 months later, Ripple announced they're using Ondo and everything. I've been telling you guys that for 6 months before even Ripple announced it. Oh, pat myself on the back to make my ego get even bigger. It ain't bragging if it's fact-based, all right? That's why people are on my channel, is because we come out with stuff early before other channels, and that's why they like the channel. If you're an investor and you like to invest, this is a channel to watch. On solid, I don't do no hype shit, speculative. I don't do all that. But if I can see it in the news and it's solid, it's concrete, let's fucking do it, man. There's like the risks are less. I don't go over. I had some guy who's a $500 member gave me 2 or 3 cryptos. He watches a guy who wears these shiny gold sunglasses, got his hair slicked back. He's some kind of mix, black-white mix or something. And he works in the investment world, real slick dresser and shit. He's got these bogus-ass cryptos that he talks about. I'm like, fuck, dude. So I'm a $500 member who gave me 2 or 3 cryptos. And those cryptos, I'm like, where'd you get these at? I mean, I thought they're straight up fucking garbage. And he said, no, Mr. Weasel. He calls him Mr. Weasel. I was watching Mr. Weasel's show, and I said, well, let me look these cryptos up. Because another reason people join this $500 club is you give me cryptos that you think you might want to buy, and I'll look them up. But this dude is ready to maybe, who knows, drop how much money in these cryptos. I'm like, dude, I wouldn't even put that fucking shit on my program. It would make me look like I'm a sellout, okay? And the guy kind of chuckled, and I'm like, no, but just like this one crypto, all 3 cryptos, I wouldn't even touch. But one of them, I'm like, wait, hold on. Anderson, why is Anderson invited? Are they really calling me this early? Yeah, I'll have to let that one go. What time is that? Son of a bitch, 7:30 in the morning. That's fucking weird. So what the crypto keeps popping up. Avalanche and Ondo are mixed up heavily in this right here. Canton Network, right there. Canton Network. Integration for institutional blockchain settlement. So with Canton, you got Canton Coin. That's at Kalen Brown. Then you got the Rise token, RIZE. That is not at Kalen Brown. The Rise token is right here. Let me get that one for you. Okay, the Rise token is 0.003. So it's a very affordable crypto. Right there. Rise token, 0.003. So Canton would be one crypto. Rise would be another. Ondo, Avalanche. Those are the 4 mixed up in this process here. Then we got Stellar. 250 Digital is not a standalone crypto project. It has it's a small, active cryptocurrency investment management firm. It came from what's called Crypto VC Coin Fund. Institutional grade crypto. They're helping Franklin Templeton launch Franklin Crypto. But Franklin bought them. That's what's interesting. Now they have something. Franklin has something called the Franklin On-Chain U.S. Government Money Fund. It's FOBXX. It's the world's first United States registered mutual fund using blockchain technology since 2021. So the world's first one. That is very interesting. Let me just cherry pick this article. Okay, what we got is this company. This company's acting like a bridge. Okay, Franklin Templeton acquired this company to act as a bridge for institutional investing, but it's a bridge from traditional finance to fintech. That's what's going on here. They're trying to get the old money into the new. It's DeFi, decentralized finance, everybody. Partnerships with major crypto players. Coin Fund. Coin Fund has like 100 companies they're involved in. Now, Coin Fund, it is a crypto native venture capital firm. Listen to this. Coin Fund, now, let me tell you something. Listen to this. Coin Fund is the world's first, hold on. It is a crypto native venture capital firm, one of the world's first. Coin Fund was owned by, what's the name of that fucking company? 250 Capital. You have this little company called Coin Fund that's owned by 250, which Franklin Templeton just bought. I want you to see where this is starting to go. Now, tell me if this makes any fucking sense. Coin Fund is a bottom feeder, okay? Coin Fund is a crypto native venture capital firm, one of the world's first, okay? Now that sounds pretty wild, right? But it was founded in 2015. That's the same year Ripple solved the Ripple settlement agreement with the Department of Justice. 2015, they were founded in Brooklyn, New York. Now, come on, Brooklyn, that's not the place that's where you get like beat up or stabbed or some shit like that, right? Or if you want to buy some heroin, like Chucky and me and Zoltar, when we go to New York, we go to Brooklyn because we can score some black tar, Chiba, you know. I wouldn't go to Brooklyn in 2015 to find the world's first crypto. See, something ain't right here. This ain't right. No. They invest in early stage blockchain. No, they don't. There's something going on. There is a con job going on here. I could smell it a mile away. This don't smell kosher. Now, what does Coin Fund have? They have staking. They have DeFi. They have yield, everybody. How the hell were they doing all that? This makes no sense at all. I find it very suspect. Like government intervention somehow in this thing. I don't know. Now, this company, Coin Fund, started off with like 20 people. Come on now. There's no no formal board of directors. Really? And yeah, they have no board of directors. That's how I knew, right? When I was doing this deep dive, I'm like, the warning signs, they're...
You gotta be kidding me. That's 3 gallons of bullshit in a 2-gallon bucket.
So that's what's going on when I was reading this. Who are the people that started this company? Got a computer scientist guy. He went to Rutgers at the Current Institute. Early blockchain investor since 2013 in 100 companies. He is Ethereum seed. He put money into that. Triton Research. He is a technical project manager engineer at Amazon. Oh, very interesting, huh? He was into DeFi, ZK, and DAI, decentralized AI. The other guy that works for him, he was only a Guggenheim partner, not a big deal. That's pretty fucking impressive right here. Dartmouth, his other partner went to Dartmouth. Wow, these guys are fucking brainiacs. This other guy named Dave Parkman, he has associations with, he led Dapper Labs. Very interesting. Apple Music Group co-founder. Oh, wow. University of Pennsylvania engineer. Other key members. Then they list the other people working for them. Ex-Google security and privacy. Dragonfly. Guggenheim. FinTech. Government. Okay, on the people that are working for that little company, indirect via former CFTC, Commodity Future Global Market Advisory Committee person. That's the Perkins guy. Like this is a Franklin Templeton found a gem of a small little tiny company. ZK Sync is involved in this. Matter Labs, ZK Sync is the crypto involved in Coin Fund. There we go. They got in early with ZK Sync. Yes, they did, and I found it right there. Way back like 4 or 5 years ago, ZK Sync was working on this thing when it was probably a baby. ZK Sync was a baby crypto company. It still is. It must have been a real baby. But yeah, those are the cryptos involved with this thing. Franklin Templeton. Stellar announced 2019, 7 years ago. Stellar became involved with Franklin Templeton as the world's first U.S. registered mutual fund, working with Franklin Templeton from day one, the world's first. Core network provider expanded Luxembourg. This is massive. Stellar Development Foundation partnership highlighted in joint events. The TempletonStellar.org. You got Polygon involved. Avalanche, Ethereum, BNB, Aptos, Canton. Canton Network. Ondo again. These are your cryptos involved. So go to it. Click on these that were probably right about the time. Let me see. We got 10 minutes. Let me look at some questions. We are so rich, says XRP Shaman. Banks get pissy when I speak crypto to them. May have to change banks. John Follett, oil your bank. Then transfer USD Circle to Caleb Brown. Okay, let's go to another. Oh, shit. Okay, we just got done with the Franklin Templeton article. That's so massive. When you got the biggest banks in the world going to Franklin Temple, I mean, the biggest companies in the world are getting ready to hook up with Franklin Templeton to buy crypto. Now, look right here. Coinbase. This just happened when? I think yesterday. I hate when they don't put dates on these articles. This is so fucking low class. All right, no data. April 3rd. Okay, April 3rd. It was updated. Coinbase wins conditional OCC approval as crypto moves deeper into the United States banking system. Everybody, are you seeing this? Hello? Hello? Are we awake? Coinbase has received conditional approval from the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency to establish Coinbase National Trust Bank. Everybody, what do you see happening here? This is so amazing. I'm just shocked. Because until now, Coinbase was just like a crypto. But you know, now let's think here. On the right side of Coinbase, who's their partner? BlackRock, the biggest investment company in the world. And to Coinbase's left, who's their partner? JP Morgan, the United States' most systemically important bank. Coinbase becomes a bank, everybody. This is one of the biggest news articles I've seen. The development reflects a broader shift in the United States crypto regulation, where firms are increasingly seeing alignment with national frameworks. Everybody, if you can't see what's coming, I don't care what the crypto prices are. That shit doesn't. I was talking to a $500 member yesterday, and she agrees the same with me. It's that I don't care about what the price is. I said, focus on the news that I'm showing you. I said, watch tomorrow morning. This person, they want to know, I think, the times and the dates, and what do I predict this and that. We got to stop all that. Stop. What you have to do, because this person likes to try to time shit and to control. You don't stop. Don't do that. Don't time the market. You can't control shit. All right. I'm showing you articles of the biggest in the world and what's happening. I don't have a time and a date. I don't fucking care what time and date it is. It happens when it happens. The key thing is right now, crypto is welfare cheap. If I show you an article and I list the cryptos, might be a fucking clue that's the ones you want to buy. Just saying, just a clue. Next, let's go to Kraken. Kraken's already a bank. Kraken crypto exchange becomes a bank. Are you seeing something happen here, everybody? I'm not concerned. Why is crypto prices dumping? I don't fucking care. I don't know. They're manipulating all this shit. It doesn't fucking matter. David Ball, let me write down your info. You're getting close to being a member. what I'm showing you, because this other person is going to get wrecked if she keeps focusing on price and trying to predict markets and determine where stuff goes. You can't do that shit. David, welcome to the channel. You're almost on your way. Let me put down my social media addresses for brand new people. Not that 1970 legend needs to know. Instagram. Let me do this. Instagram, it's at the Crypto Hulk 2025. X or Twitter. I like the name Twitter. I don't like this X thing. What's up with that? That I just don't like it. It's like confusing as fuck. Like if I go to somebody, hey, go see my ex, and they're thinking, well, why do I want to see your ex-girlfriend or ex-wife? I hate that saying, like X. Don't call it X. Oh yeah, why don't you hook up with my ex? I mean, hook up with my Facebook page. You know, shit like that. It gets confusing, and I just don't like X. Elon, could you change that? Old people like me are having a hard time. Oh, speaking of old people like me, I just joined one of these kind of anti-aging clinic places. Now, if you're a $500 person, of course, you can talk to me about anything you want. But I can get into my anti-aging protocol that I'm working on. But I joined a company. I am changing banks when I move to North Carolina. So that's my social media. When you guys get a hold of me, hi, Crypto Hulk. My name is Michael Gilbert from YouTube. Okay, I get confused. I don't care because you guys got 3-4 different pages, 3 or 4 different names. All I need to know is your YouTube name and shit, what date you donated on. Show me a screenshot of your account where you paid and you paid me, and make sure it wasn't somebody else. A phone number would be helpful. Hi, Crypto Hulk. This is at David Ball from YouTube. He's actually writing it out. Oh my God, there's K-Ray. So yeah, I joined this anti-aging kind of a place. I find it very affordable. There's locations across the country. I love it because look, I like meeting people. I believe that making connections is important in business, and being in person, make sure you get all the signals someone's trying to send you. Being in person, you can talk to people. There's a power when people meet and stuff and handshake. But I joined before a couple anti-aging kind of clinic places, and I didn't really quite like them. This one is affordable. You get to go in and see a real doctor. Amazing. I had one where it was all online I don't like that. Like that's just so fucked up. And then they use all this AI to try to, okay, this is just my experience, but there's this company called Maximus. They're usually on Facebook or Instagram. I hated them. I thought that was one of the worst experiences I've had in my life. Now, remember, this is just my experience. I'm not claiming anything about this company Maximus and how I think it's a fucked up garbage ass company. That's just my opinion. I'm allowed to have those in America still. I couldn't ever get a hold of nobody. It was all AI shit. And it was just a disaster. Okay. This company, maybe call me old. I can walk in. I can walk into a fucking location, and there's probably locations near you. I'm not going to tell you the name of the company yet. I need to get results from it. I got a couple of shots yesterday, 3 shots. Super fine insulin needles, so the shit didn't even hurt. I'm going to see how it works for about a month or so, and this one's different. like with Caleb Brown, I had you guys join first, and then I joined. Well, this one I'm joining first, and if I like it, then I'm going to tell you about it. It's affordable. People were super nice. You can get a hold of, it's easy to get a hold of somebody. They have people working there. I saw real humans in the building, like 4 of them. Okay, there's 4 female, one was a doctor and some nurses and stuff. There's real human beings in this building. I was like, shocking. It's not AI. And you can ask them questions and they actually explain shit to you if you don't understand. I'm like, whoa, this is called, I almost forgot because I never see it anymore. Customer service. That's what it is. It's customer service. I'm like, fuck, it still exists in the United States. Amazing. I'll give you the name of this company in about a month. And I'll tell you my experience with them. And if I have good results, because I told them I won't talk bad about the company if I don't get the results I want, because it appears to be they're good intentioned company, very good intentioned and stuff. So, but that other company was straight up garbage. Like, wow. So yeah, I took a couple shots yesterday, and I'm going to try some alternative. Part of this company is traditional, and the other part is alternative. So I'm going to give it a shot and see how it is. And then I'll tell you about it. And I'm sure there's locations where you live, or most of the people, they're not everywhere, but they're probably in far away places or nothing. But anyhow, that'll be it. I got to do a show tonight. Yeah, I've got a show we got to do. Let me check that one. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to really try to do a program tonight. It's Friday. And I've got, it's important. You guys, let me just tell you, the corporations are all coming in. I'm going to wrap up the show, and that's for show. The companies are coming. Yeah, Charles Schwab. Yes, Charles Schwab is now going to offer crypto very soon. Look, they're all coming. Someone just sent me an email. No, they took a screenshot. One of my $500 members took a screenshot and showed me that their Charles Schwab is now going to start. They got a disclosure notice and all that. They're now going to start having cryptocurrency for sale to invest. I'm like, what? Everybody, it's coming. It is all coming. Get down with the Crypto Hulk membership. Let's go over everything. What you got? Because some of you guys, you're smart, but I look at things a little different. I would hate for you to miss out. This person, I got a call today. I talked to this person the other day. I've got to call them today and say, hey, look, we need to talk again, because I know you're good at investing, but there's a particular thing you're doing that's not good at all. This is my opinion, and I just want to tell that person we're going to talk. And it's like, I'm concerned about your investment strategy. Like, I'm concerned. It's not good, in my opinion. Now, you can listen and then do what you want after that, and that's okay. I'm not here to have a argument. But I would behoove you to talk to a close family member, a best friend, a sister. Look at what you're doing and talk, because I don't think that it's a right decision. And this person I know wants very badly to be successful at this. This person was already a success in their life. Okay, this is somebody who's already been a success in their life, very highly successful. But in this particular area of crypto, I'm going to step in and say, I've only done this for 6 years. I only run a show. I've got people worth $10 million calling me up on the phone, asking me questions. Okay. Not bragging when it's the fact. Okay. It's just, I know what I'm doing in my little crypto area. I don't know all of crypto, but in my little area, I'm a subject matter expert in my small little crypto area that I'm in. And I can help you greatly. That membership that you could get, we are coming in on something big right now. Now's not the time to blow it with a mistake. And this person is definitely making a mistake, in my opinion. They're going to miss out on so many millions of dollars. And I'll be calling them today in a few hours. All right, I'm out of here. I'm going to try my absolute best to have a PM show today because there is important information that you've got to hear, and I'll see you later.